Alcaraz.
On court Philippe Chatrier at Roland Garros, an electric atmosphere surrounded Paris on that June day of 2025. The sun lit up the packed stands, thousands of flags waved, and the chants of the fans created an atmosphere that was not simply that of a tennis match, it was that of a preordained final, a clash between two forces destined to define an era. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, world number 1 and number 2, walked onto the court like modern gladiators.
Premièrement, Sinner.
Fully aware that this match could write another golden page in their rivalry. The start was explosive. Alcaraz, with his usual energy, came out aggressive from the very first ball, trying to dominate with his heavy forehand, mixing up spins and heights to unsettle the Italian. Sinner, on the other hand, displayed that icy composure that defines him. Every shot was a declaration of precision, every backhand down the line a missile that seemed to defy the laws of physics. The crowd split between shouts of "Vamos Carlos" and applause for Jannik's rockets, understood they were about to witness something unforgettable. The first set went to Sinner, 6-3. His tennis was surgical. He barely missed and took advantage of an Alcaraz who couldn't find the right rhythm in his strokes. Every time Carlos tried to come forward, Sinner's backhand found an impossible angle. Murmurs grew inside Chatrier. Was Alcaraz doomed to be just another victim of the Italian's implacable solidity? In the Spaniard's box, worried faces said it all, while coach Juan Carlos Ferrero gestured desperately, reminding him to stay calm and patient. In the second set, Alcaraz reacted. He decided to take more risks, opening the court with drop shots and changes of pace, trying to break Sinner's perfect pattern. The Spaniard charged the net bravely and found angles that drew gasps of admiration from the crowd. It was a vibrant set with rallies that stretched past 20 shots and had the whole stadium on its feet. Finally, Alcaraz sealed it 7-5 with a cross-court backhand passing shot that froze Sinner, 1 set all. third set was a roller coaster. Alcaraz seemed fueled after equalizing, but Sinner showed why he's earned the circuit's respect. With his devastating serve and the ability to hit flat and lethal from both wings, he quickly took control. The Italian raced to a 5-2 lead, and though Carlos managed to break once, Sinner closed it out 6-4 with authority. The crowd was torn between hope and resignation.
Alcaraz. Changement balle ramassé, s'il vous plaît. Balle 9.
The Spaniard was against the ropes, forced to win the next 2 sets to survive. And that's when the madness began. The 4th set turned into a display of nerves and resilience. Alcaraz unleashed a mix of aggression and magic that only he can conjure. Impossible drop shots, lobs that landed on the line, volleys hit while sprinting that drew deafening ovations. The match reached a superhuman intensity. At 4-4, 30-30, Carlos pulled off a tweener that left Sinner frozen, and Chatrier erupted as if France had just scored in a World Cup final. With that momentum, Alcaraz broke serve and closed the set 6-4, pushing the final into a 5th and decisive set. The tension was unbearable. Some fans covered their faces, unable to watch.
Deux manches partout. Alcaraz.
The 5th set arrived, and with it, the climax of a duel destined for history. Sinner came out like a machine, merciless from the baseline. He scored an early break and raced to a 4-1 lead. Murmurs of disbelief filled the stands. Was Carlos's Parisian dream slipping away once again? Cameras zoomed in on Alcaraz, sweating, gasping for breath, biting his lip as if searching deep inside for a spark. And then it happened. In the 6th game, down 30-40, Sinner had a double break point that would have made it 5-1 and virtually sealed the title. What followed was an endless rally over 30 strokes until Alcaraz fired a backhand down the line that kissed the baseline. Sinner raised his racket asking for out, but the chair umpire confirmed the ball touched the line. The stadium roared like a volcano. That point was the beginning of the resurrection. Carlos held serve, and suddenly, everything changed. He started striking with ferocious pace, mixing heights, throwing in drop shots followed by lobs, ripping deep returns. The crowd, overwhelmingly on his side, became a player in the match. Every time Carlos won a point, chants of "Vamos" thundered through Paris. Sinner, usually ice cold, showed cracks, glances toward his box, gestures of frustration, even a racket smash.
Alcaraz. Remise partout.
At 4-3, Alcaraz got the crucial break with a deadly drop shot lob combination that left the Italian helpless. Carlos's roar shook the stadium, a mix of rage and hope. It was 4-4, and Chatrier had turned into a madhouse. From then on, every point felt like a match point. Every rally, a battle for survival. Tennis had reached a level of epic that bordered on the unreal. At 5-5, the best version of Alcaraz appeared. With the score even, he unleashed his full arsenal, an ace down the tee, a cross-court forehand that clipped the line, a delicate drop shot. He held to love, raising his fist to the crowd, demanding their energy. Under pressure, Sinner faltered. A backhand sailed long, then a double fault silenced his team. At 15-40, Carlos held 2 championship points. The first slipped away with a Sinner backhand winner.
Jeu 7 match Alcaraz. 3 matchs à 2. 4-6. 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 7-6.
Carlos Alcaraz!
On the second, the Spaniard went for broke. A deep return to the backhand, a charge to the net, and a forehand volley that died on the clay. Game, set, and match, Alcaraz. The stadium exploded. Chatrier became an earthquake of screams, jumps, and waving flags. Carlos fell to his knees, covering his face as tears of joy streamed down. He had done it, coming back from the brink, saving himself from near defeat, and conquering Roland Garros 2025 in one of the most spectacular finals in history. Sinner, with characteristic class, came over to congratulate him. They embraced at the net, knowing they had just given us another immortal chapter in their rivalry. Commentators wasted no time. This is the match of the year, maybe one of the matches of the decade. Social media exploded, images of the final point spread worldwide, and comparisons with other legendary finals, Djokovic versus Federer at Wimbledon 2019, Nadal versus Federer in 2008, were inevitable.
Carlos Alcaraz!
Carlos, only 22 years old, was already writing his own legend in tennis's most sacred temple. In the trophy ceremony, Alcaraz couldn't hold back tears. He thanked the crowd in broken but endearing French, dedicated the title to his team and family, and looked to the sky to remind everyone that even impossible dreams can come true. Sinner, in an elegant speech, admitted Carlos had been better in the decisive moments and vowed to come back stronger. Their rivalry was alive, fiercer than ever. The next day, headlines were unanimous. La folie de Paris, declared L'Equipe. Alcaraz, immortal, said Marca. A Spanish miracle in Roland Garros, summed up The Guardian. On social media, fans everywhere agreed. They had witnessed an unrepeatable spectacle, the kind of match that justifies a lifetime of love for tennis. This victory was not just another title for Alcaraz. It was proof that no situation is truly lost as long as there's a spark of hope. It was a demonstration that tennis, beyond sport, is a story of resilience.